What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Listen, this is your midweek SITREP, and man, we've been making a killing this week so far, and I expect to close out the week strong. But what I need you to do right now is hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I need you to come along with us on the journey, man. We got a great video in store for you. Check the description. All the tabs down there will have great information and resources to make you a better trader. And as I always say, be better prepared today than we were yesterday. Now, if that sounds good, then all I got to say to you is follow me and let's go to war. TWR wants to remind the viewer that all content on this channel is for education and entertainment purposes only, all right? You are responsible for every decision you make within the stock market. Have fun, but be cautious and always go to war. All right, without further ado, man, let's get right into it with the Buzz Report. Let's see what's hot and what's not in the stock market and get some ideas for this coming week. All right, looking at the markets, the Dow's down, NASDAQ up, and S&P's up. Bond yields are at 1.53. Most tickers, man, looking at PROG, CEI, those were running. JSPR, WTRH, those were some killers today. Top news, we're looking at finance chiefs back tax deal. Biden looks at Target and Walmart to fix bottleneck threatening holiday sales. JP Morgan edges closer to leaving pandemic level in the earnings show. S&P, NASDAQ, rising growth, JP Morgan a drag, and then we got a scandal with the World Bank cooperation. Looking at our sector performance, all right, the 5-day, you know we don't look at just one day. You got to look at a trend, and we see over in the 5 days, man, energy is up huge, consumer discretionary, and real estate. Our draggers are communication services, healthcare, and utilities. So I'm looking at those ones to probably bounce back a little bit towards the end of the week, and also looking at those towards next week. And these are your orders filled by Fidelity customers. Now, remember, these are just by Fidelity, but if you look at any major broker out there, man, it's probably going to look pretty much the same. So this is just a glimpse onto some of the buys and sell ratios at one of the biggest financial brokers out there. But I'm sure that if you look at your financial broker, if you don't have Fidelity, it would be very similar. One that's really trending hard and that we'll be looking at tomorrow to see if it pops or not is T, man. I want you guys to keep that symbol on your radar, T. Man, a lot of buying going on in that one and a lot of money flowing in. So let's see what it does tomorrow in the market. So I told you we're going to cover this story, and the reason why I'm going to cover this story is because retail, okay, as we come into the holiday season and things of that nature, retail is always going to be on our minds, all right? And Walmart and Target are doing some big things out there. You know, we got some other ones too, but I really want to focus on some retail, and Biden's talking about retail, which means the administration's talking about retail, which means some sort of investors out there are thinking retail as well, and so we could see some big money heading towards some of these retail sectors, because the last thing you want to do out there is you want to stop the holiday cheer and the spending, because the holiday time is where people make their money, all right? So the supply routes and things of that nature, a lot of pressure is going to be on them to get this thing fixed, and we could see some up pressure on these sales, especially if they get it right. And I'm only going to leave these here for a little moment so you can pause and read the story yourself. But basically, it's talking about the supply shortages, the bottleneck, and they want to get the holiday, thing off without a hitch. And so they're enlisting some of the juggernauts that are out there to help make sure that this happens. And the federal government is like, hey, if you don't get on board, man, we're going to ask you, but we're going to put some plans in motion to make sure that we make this happen and get people the supply and demand that they need. And so it's an all-hands-on-deck type of, report. He's stepping up in the activity. 3 larger carriers, goods, Walmart, FedEx, and UPS. Those are some of the names. We're talking about Target as well. Okay, Samsung, Home Depot are also increasing their workflow and peak hours. So a lot of money, a lot of influence is being pushed into this retail sector, and we need to pay attention because this could give us some great financial gains. And finally, the White House has been trying to tackle inflation-inducing supply bottlenecks and from everything to meet the semiconductors, and it's formed a task force back in June called a bottleneck czar to push private sector companies to find ways to get goods flowing. And those are some of the tickers that were covered in the thing, but you saw a few other ones, so we definitely need to pay attention to this story because this is going to come into steam, especially with pressure and money flow going into the retail sector. All right, and enough about some news, man. Let's talk about some stocks and what we're watching and some earnings plays. So let's go into it. All right, so it is a big day for the financial sector. So let's start out with the kingpin, JPM, right? See how they did. And we can see that they tanked, okay? And what's funny about this is they tanked on better than expected earnings and better than expected future growth potential. So I'm thinking this was an opportunity from a recent high of 171.51 so that people could take some profits and go into at a deeper position at a lower price. And so I got a feeling that this is going to probably start rising up from this point where we're at. I would highly doubt we see this dip down to the 159 area. I think this is about the bottom and that it'll be on its way on an upswing coming from here. So let's take a look at some other stocks. We're going to hit some financials pretty hard today and talk about a few other things that I got my eye on. Next one I like going into earnings, and I got a feeling that we're going to see probably a pop. Now, I would not be surprised if we dip, but I think we got pretty strong support at that 97.36, so I would say if we dipped, it'd be a quick bounce up. But I like Morgan Stanley going into the finish off this week pretty strong, and I do not think that it's anything out of the ordinary to see this thing surpass $95. So definitely bullish on Morgan Stanley closing out the week. All right, let's talk about Wells Fargo, man. I like Wells Fargo. It kind of took a little dump today. The past 3 days, actually, it's been kind of down. But I like this thing going into earnings tomorrow. I think that we're going to see a jump, even if it has some bad earnings, but it shows future growth potential in that particular sector. It bounced twice off of 45.20. I don't think it's going to go any lower than that, and it might go a little bit lower, but I think 45.20 is about its bottom currently, and I think that we're going to be seeing it upwards towards $47. So I'm bullish on Wells Fargo. Bank of America, man, we had a play on, and this thing definitely was breaking some hearts today. But another one, again, I like this thing. It's been on a decline the past 3 days, but I think we're going to see this go past the $43.59 area on its way to 44. So again, I like the pattern that I'm seeing. I think we had a basic breakout past the 44.87. I think that we'll probably go back up to that level and test that, get rejected maybe before another breakout on up, but I do think that we're going to go past 43.59 on our way to $44. So bullish tomorrow to end the week off with Bank of America. All right, and last one that I'm looking at here in the near term, Del Taco, man. This is the sneaker. This is the sleeper, okay? Sitting here at this $9.06 area. I think this goes up and tries to test that $9.33 area, man. And if it can go past there, we might have a breakout on its way going edging back up towards that $10. I don't think it'll hit the $10 tomorrow. That'd be a pretty drastic increase for this particular ticker, but definitely $9.30, $9.50. I think that's very possible. And this one I believe has options as well. So I'm gonna be looking at this hardcore tomorrow for a jump in on its way up. So remember on Sunday, we decided our stock of the week was going to be CCXI. So we're going to do a check-in on that stock. We're going to see where it's at today. I'm going to show you the chart where it was on Sunday. We're going to see what it looks like today. And remember, in the description, you can look at the website and you can do all the DD that's necessary to make an educated decision on a stock for future potential growth. So let's get into it. All right, here's how the stock looked on Monday. Now, remember what I told you guys, okay? I told you that this was a classic example of a little bit too much too soon. And let's take a look at where the stock's at today. All right, so we definitely saw a little bit of decline, but you know what? The stock actually held up a little bit better and actually kind of increased, got up to the 42.16 before coming back down, sitting at 37.18. So we're down a little bit from what it was on the Sunday episode, but it's actually kind of hung in there a little bit better than I thought it was. But like I told you, man, you see that big, long red candle right there? Definitely saw some selling pressure yesterday. That thing was tanking on the good news, but I think it found its bottom and we might be seeing some support, so definitely have my eye on this going into the remainder of this week. All right, now that we got those out of the way, man, let's take a look at some of the alerts and some of the trades that we got in today and see if we got anything moving and shaking with these to close out the week strong. And just want to quickly highlight my server here, man. Listen, we got a lot of great stuff, man. Whether you're a free member, I mean, look at all that services, okay? We got alerts, daily watch lists, trade ideas, earning reports, member chats. We even got some free member alerts. But really, The money's made when you switch over to premium, man. We got all sorts of real-time buy and sell alerts, man. Look at all that. Tons. We got daily. We got swings. We got small accounts. We got regular stocks. We got crypto. Your private premium chat. We got all these real-time alerts. Now, these aren't buy and sell alerts, but these are real-time alerts that are giving you info, charts, news, training videos, one-on-one consultation, really a one-stop shop for everybody. These were a couple of the free trade ideas that we gave out earlier today, man. Both of them hit a mark, and you made money if you got in at the right price and you followed the rules. So obviously right here, that plug call that, we potentially got into, if you guys made a right decision on the direction that it went when the market opened, would have made a killing for you. This was the call that we were looking at, that $33 call. Now I want you to see how much it plussed up today, almost 600%. And you're probably thinking, well, Chuck, man, it's $1.46. It closed at, so it's too late to get into it. Well, maybe now to catch the run up that we caught earlier, but definitely look at that low, man. So when the bell opened, this thing was 40 cents and it skyrocketed. So plenty of opportunity to make not one, two, but more than 3 times your money back on this particular trade. This was monster, and I hope you got in. And if you got in and you're swinging it, you're probably still good in the clear as long as you cover this when the bell opens and you get out at profit. Now this trade I was getting for free, I want you to pay attention to the timestamps, because go back to the alert that was sent out. It was sent out at 10:56. This right here is representing the price at 10:55. About 10 minutes later, we had a huge increase in volume where it shot up to $8.38. Now our price target number 1 was $8.25. So that should have been the point to where you pulled the trigger if you got in this trade and you started to close out, because after it had its initial push, we had a little bit of fluctuation up there between the, $8 and $8.20 range and things of that nature, but it definitely declined off of that one push. So this was a quick in and out, basically a scalp if you want to call it that, and it made some pretty decent money if you got in at the right price when it was alerted. And I'm highlighting these trades because I'm really telling you guys, if you're not part of the premium side of the Discord, man, you're missing out on these great swings, okay? We're getting into swings every single day, and we're making a pretty good, decent amount of money. A lot of more winners than losers for sure, but we got into Charge Point, we got into Square, we got into Microsoft, and we got into BA, okay? And so you guys already know how I like to roll on these swing trades. I'm going to be looking to sell during that open market bell volatility. And we've been doing pretty good so far. A lot of people have been learning a lot about how to trade these short-term type of swing things, and especially if you got Robinhood and you don't have that 25K, these are the type of trades that you need. Good solid trades that you get into on the low and you ride them out on volatility and sell for high. Now, we're not looking for 100% gainers and things of that nature. We're looking for 20%, 30%, 50%, man. The 100% or more, that's great, but it's consistency and making solid wins that'll pay dividends over time. So real quick, how we're looking at Charge Point, man, I'm liking what I'm seeing with the setup. We had some movement after hours. I'm liking this going into the bell tomorrow morning, looking to sell early during that early morning rush of volatility. Square looking strong. If that's not a flag, I don't know what else is, man. So again, another one that I got high probability of success as long as we catch it on that market volatility when it's trying to decide what direction it's going to go after the bell. Microsoft, another one that I'm thinking that is going to do fairly well tomorrow at the bell, and no issues with making money on this one. High probability of success. Now, out of those 3 trades, BA, this is probably the one that's more risky, that you can't really tell the nature just based off the chart today, because we saw a pretty decent decline. But man, we caught it on that dip, rode back up, and I like it how it finished. It finished strong, and we're looking like we're in a pretty good period of consolidation. Again, hoping for a bullish movement at the bell, catching these out, and rolling out with 4 winners, chicken dinner. And it's not just about me, guys, man. We're doing everything, man. I got real-time alerters on here that are just killing it. Look at Spartan Lynn, man. He is a pro scalper, man. Killing it. If futures and covered calls interest you, man, Shiner's your guy, man. Tons of knowledge, a lot of years of experience, and he's killing it every single day with those futures and covered call options. And then one of our new analysts over here, Volk, man, killing it, just killing it. And man, the alerts just keep going on and on and on, man. We got tons of resources over there. It really behooves you to take a chance and go ahead and upgrade, man. Free 5-day trial, man. If you don't like it, hey, just stay a free member, man, and come along on that journey. But I highly doubt once you get into it that you're gonna find a better deal anywhere else out there, man. And you guys already know, man, I'm a huge believer on the market coalition, man, creating that winning team. You are only as strong as the team that you ride with, man, and we got a great team. It's not just TWR doing it, but you'll see me do my thing on a couple other ones that I'm going to highlight right now. Now, of course, while I hope you come to TWR and you join our server, man, if that's not your style, I hope you check out Dedicated Investors, man. My boy Brennan's over there. You'll see me trading over there, posting my alerts, man. We're doing great things over there, and he got a great service as well. And I'm sure you guys have all heard of Chris saying, man, got a good server as well. A lot of people, a lot of discussion things over there. And you'll see me posting my alerts over on that channel as well, man. They've shown me love. I show them love over there. Man, that market coalition that we live and breathe by, man. We're killing it and doing great things all over across multiple platforms. All right, guys, and that's the video, man. I gave you a whole bunch of charts. I gave you a whole bunch of stocks that we're looking into. I gave you a whole lot of information, man. Listen, truly trying to create a one-stop shop over here at TWR, and I hope you guys come along with us on that journey, and I hope you guys get something out of it to learn and grow together. Here at Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like this is war zone, okay? Stocks and sectors, those are our battles. We're doing together as a team. Attack, conquer, and destroy. And ultimately, we all want to be better traders. The goal is to be better prepared today than we were yesterday and go out there and kill it every single day, man. Now, if that sounds good and it's something you can get on board with, all I got to say to you is follow me and let's go to war.